Hey y'all, welcome in. Welcome in. Trying to adjust this a little bit so you can kind of get a view of the cards. Maybe. Let's see it. I can try and do it to where you can see it a little bit. I will hold the cards up though. Tonight is glasses night. Comfy cozy. Got my Prince shirt on. So grab your blankets, grab your coffee, your drinks, whatever you're drinking on tonight. Whatever you would like to bring into the reading, just to relax. Take a couple breaths into your nose and out through your mouth, and let's just flow with this energy. Um, I know a lot of people are kind of going through a roller coaster at the moment. This energy in between this last eclipse that we just had 2 days ago and the eclipse that's going to happen, I believe it's on the 28th. I've been getting that roller coaster energy for some. Some that have a lot of Scorpio in their chart, this may not be an issue. You may already be well adjusted to this energy. So I can turn that a little bit so it's more aimed at the cards. Because I know my kiddos, they're all different signs and they've all been dealing with different emotional things coming up. But that's what Scorpio season is about, is these things that are coming up, things that we need to pinpoint the root issue of and release during this next eclipse. It's very important. I did a shuffle just to kind of get an idea of collectively the energy that's going on right now. And I don't know about you guys, but I was, feeling way lighter today, just a very light, flowy energy. Definitely feeling, the heart chakra, listening to a lot of music, just that overall sense of joy and fulfillment. The cards that came out, the bottom one, when I shuffled the cards and I cut the deck, the very bottom card was heart chakra, and it's the number 4, which 4s represent our stability. They're also root chakra, which that card is active as well. The frequency chakra, the green flower of life, supports our capacity to love deeply and unconditionally. Its healing properties harmonize the mind and the body. So a lot of people have been releasing up to this point. This year has been a roller coaster. I know. I'm sure a lot of you know that. It's been a roller coaster. And with the energy of that green, heart chakra energy, a lot of us have gotten to a more healed state than self and have that love for ourselves now and are showing. Don't really have to show, it's more of the energy that you project outwards. So what you are within, you project outside. So with this heart chakra energy, I feel like a lot of the collective, a lot of us are feeling more open and ready for new things. And the card that actually came out when I flew out, was prosperity, which is a 36. That equals a 9. 9s are right there. 9s represent independence, but they also represent, you're at the end of a cycle. So a lot of you are at the end or have just had the end of a cycle and you're going to be starting new. And I really feel like it's going to kick off after this eclipse in October. Things are really going to start flowing after that, because I feel like this month is like a big purging. I'm just getting purge energy. Um, but the prosperity card says the frequency of prosperity supports our feeling of well-being by allowing the inclusion of everything that makes our body, mind, heart, soul, and spirit sing. It invites us to express ourselves in joy and celebration of the abundance and riches that the universe provides. So, this is talking about what I was saying earlier about feeling that overwhelming sense of joy, feeling complete within self, feeling that love for self. I'm trying to see if I can fix it to where the lights aren't reflecting too much, but these cards are beautiful. I love these cards. This is one of my favorite decks, the Sacred Geometry Oracle deck. But that being said, a lot of us are embracing what we're passionate about. We are stepping into our power. We're taking the bull by the horns, as some people say, or at least that's the saying around here. But we're stepping into this. I know what I want. I know what I deserve. I know I love all these things about me. I know who I am. Mind, body, and spirit. I know who I am. And I'm ready. And I'm open and I'm allowing for all of the things, that the universe provides for me every single day. And I am joyful in knowing and seeing those things every day. And that's just everyday stuff, guys. That's stuff just stepping outside and seeing the birds, and just watching how they interact with each other or other animals. Some of you may have experienced a lot of animals lately. I know I've been experiencing a lot of different kinds of birds, and ones that I've not seen around here before. Also, just random animals coming up. Like, we have a lot of stray cats around here, and I have this this black cat come up, but I have one in the house that's mine, Marvel, and but it looked like a female, and I hadn't seen her around here before. But she came right up to me and just kind of brushed along my leg, and then just went about her way, out of nowhere. So a lot of you can be experiencing this. To me, it feels like harmony. If you have the harmony within self, you have that harmonic balance with Gaia. It's a merge. I'm getting merging, because also with this root chakra, card out here, um, it says the frequency of the root chakra, the red flower of life, stimulates passion and supports our sense of security on this physical plane, both in our bodies as well in the physical world. So, this is also root chakra work, stuff that we've already worked on. Sorry, I'm sweating, guys. And sometimes this happens when I read. Sometimes I'll start sweating. Sometimes I get cold. It just depends. But I'm feeling like this is like a real passionate energy. This card, just the red, just the red alone. Passion. Starting new. It's a one, That's the beginning. That's starting over. That's building a new foundation. Starting back at square one, but you're not starting without anything. You're starting with all the things that you've learned, all the things that you have been through and experienced weren't happening to you. They're happening for your highest good. And those things you are learning and those things are teaching you. They've taught you who you are and who you aren't, what your belief systems are and what they're not. The things that you used to tell yourself that you don't tell yourself anymore. And with this energy, I really feel the passion for life and there's a lot of green, heart chakra on the board, and with the passion, the red. I just feel like this very loving energy. Last night when I did live, we got this card, and it had a lady, and she was holding a bow and arrow, and I'm kind of getting that Cupid's arrow passion energy, because that combined with Sag, the card for Sagittarius, the archer, the one that has the bow and arrow. I'm really getting that passionate, loving energy of self, and ready to go come out of hermit mode and carry the discernment of what we've learned, and stepping out into power, into knowing who we are, and having a greater understanding for others that we encounter. Seeing them through a lens that we've been through, or that person can be a teacher for you. Hello, Ultra Ego Wisdom. Nice to see you. I'm just kind of talking about awesome. Welcome. Grab you a blanket, a drink, just relax. You're the first one on here. I was just going through a collective energy reading. But I feel like this is the energy as of right now with the heart chakra and the prosperity. It's very grounded, but ready to step out with the passion, feeling that love, that deep sense of love, for self, and knowing all the healing that you've done, all the work that you've done, and not being afraid to step out and be yourself. So these were the ones I had for the collective. Usually when I do a live, I try to do a collective. If you missed it, Ultra Ego, afterwards, when the live's done, it's always on, any of my lives are always on my page. So if you become a subscriber or not, whichever you choose to do, I have all my lives there, and you can go check out the collective read if you're interested. But I will set these cards to the side for the collective energy. And then what we will do is, I have 3 oracle. Then I have 2 over here that I will use for the 1 card clarifier. But I like everyone to look at the deck and choose the one that you are drawn to, okay? So shuffle that one just real quick, but I'll shuffle it again whenever you decide. This one is called Goddess Wisdom Oracle. And I'll give you a second just so you can look at each one. Just see if you feel drawn. Whichever one you feel drawn to. It's all about intuition. And we're all well aware of what that is. Most of us anyway. This one is the Spirit Animal Oracle. See if I can get it to focus in. It's got a lot of detail. It's just sometimes this camera does not do it justice. And the other oracle, the last one that I'm using tonight, is the Dream Oracle. So out of those decks, you can choose which deck you are drawn to, and that will be where I will pull your message from. And then you can ask 1 question, and we'll delve into it. And I'll pull a clarifier from Soul's Journey or the Numerology Oracle deck, whichever one I feel drawn to, depending upon whichever question you would like to know about. Do you have a question, Ultra Ego Wisdom? Well, if you have a question, let me know. Type it in the chat box. If you aren't for sure, if you just want a general reading, we can do that as well. Just a general overall energy reading. I do primarily, most of the readings I do are live and in person, but I've started doing these regularly every night at 11 a.m. Scorpio season is my season. I'm a Scorpio sun, so I'm very familiar with Scorpio energy. And I've just been feeling drawn to be on more often. A lot of people are having a lot of up and down roller coaster emotions right now because of the Phoenix, Scorpio death rebirth energy. It can get pretty intense. So, which reading can you request? Tell me which deck that you resonate with. The first one, the second one, or the third one. I can hold them up again, and then you can just ask one question. Just whatever question is on your heart. Something that you're really needing to know an answer to. And if you don't have a question, I can just do an overall general reading, an energy reading for you. And we'll get messages that way as well. So you just let me know if you have a specific question, something that's been laying on your heart. Which decks do I have? Okay, I have the Goddess Oracle. This one reminds me, when I bought this deck on this last Valentine's Day. This deck reminds me so much of grandmother energy, mother energy. It's a very nurturing deck. And a lot of times I get my grandma coming through when I use that deck. The second one is a Spirit Animal Oracle. This one, like I said before, it doesn't like to focus in very well, but it's very intricate detail. I love the design on this. And then the third deck that I have for readings tonight is a Spirit Animal Oracle. I love anything that has designs on it, sacred geometry, tribal, tribal energy, things like that. So out of those three, do you have any one of those that you were drawn to? Oh yeah, I really like that one. Or when you saw a specific deck, did you feel it in your gut? Yeah, I think that one. It's always important to go with what your body, because your body will talk to you. You'll feel it. Your stomach will growl. Something like that. You want the second deck? Okay. So the Spirit Animal. All right. Do you have a question that you would like to ask, or do you want just a general energy? Do you have a question? General energy. Okay, gotcha. What messages do we have? Guides, ancestors, archangels. General energy reading. Anything that Ultra Ego Wisdom needs to be aware of at this time. Focus on, work on for their highest good. Sorry, I'm listening to music in the other ear. One Republic is the name of the band, and Love Runs Out is the name of the song. So that may have a significance to you, may not. If you haven't heard of One Republic, You might want to look it up on YouTube after the reading and watch, listen to the song. There may be a message in there for you. Okay, it's called "Love Runs Out." It's a real good song. I like One Republic. Okay, in the bottom of the deck, you've got Eagle Spirit. Spirit has your back. It's a 23. It's possible that you've been seeing eagles or birds. I know me personally, I've been seeing a lot of birds, different types. And with that 23 up there, in numerology, that breaks down to a 5. So fives are all about change. Scorpionic energy is about change. And we're in Scorpio season right now because between it's like the 20th, 22nd of this month, no, last month to this next month. It's like half and half of each month, and the signs change. So Scorpio energy is about transformation, death, rebirth. You've seen a lot of birds, yeah. And there's all types of animals in this deck. There's not just birds. Blackbirds, okay. Um, a lot of times I'll look it up if I feel like there's a message there for me. Um, Especially if they stand out to you. Any types of animals. Hello, Arpita. I'll be with you in a minute, sweetheart. I'm reading for Ultra Ego at the moment, so just pull up a chair, get you a blanket, just something to drink, and just relax. But yeah, Ultra Ego, look up. If you feel drawn to, look up the spiritual meaning of blackbirds. To me, birds are messengers from our ancestors, our guides. You know, they're there for a reason, especially if that stood out to you, then I would definitely look that up. Especially if this is coming out on this card, because, you know, an eagle is a very prominent bird. It's very strong. Very strong. I mean, their talons are lethal. But I believe they also are a bird that only mates with one person. Yes, Arpita, you can ask after the reading, okay? I appreciate you. Thank you for being patient. Um, but these birds, I'm pretty sure eagles, they have one mate, and I think they do this like dance, to where when they find the one that they want, they go in a circle and they spiral down to the ground. Sometimes they will actually hit the ground, is what I've read about eagles. It's pretty intense energy. Um, but overall, with that card being on the bottom, to me, that represents our subconscious mind. So I feel like, you know, you already are well aware that spirit has your back. You know that your guides are with you. You know your ancestors are guiding you on this journey. I have no question about that. Um, with that 23 there equaling a 5, it's possible you've been seeing fives a lot. 355 255 in any sequential order, even 555. I know yesterday I was seeing sevens, the day before I was seeing fives. Um, it's possible you've been seeing fives or 2 3, you know, on a clock, like 523 or 323, or if you pay attention to numbers. If you ever see 111, then that's your guides getting your attention, letting you know, hey, pay attention. You know, what are you thinking about? What's going on in your mind? But you can look up the spiritual meaning of 5 if you feel so drawn to. But fives are all about change, okay? You've never noticed that as far as numbers. Once you start seeing them, then next thing you know, you see them everywhere. You'll see them at gas stations. You'll see them on the back of car tags. And then you'll start noticing that each time you see those numbers, it's letting you know something. Like a lot of times when I see fives, I know something is going to change in my life, or maybe I need to make a different decision if I see them on the backs of tags, or I've changed something about myself. I've healed something within myself, and something new is coming in, because anytime we let go of one thing, something new comes in its place. That's how the law of the universe, that's one of the many laws, that's how it works. Once something is released, something else comes in. It's like a little gift, When you did this, you completed this cycle, you let go of this, that is going to heal you. And it's kind of like a little pat on the back from spirit. Um, but I really feel like also with this eagle card, because subconscious, I feel like you're in your power at this time. You know what you want. I'm getting that eagle's eye view. So you see things from a high perspective. You see it from another person's eyes. Um, you've experienced things to where you can actually have that compassion for another person that may be going through the same thing that you've already experienced. I've had that happen myself personally when I've talked to people, because people are normally, throughout my life, I never understood why people were drawn to me, and they would just tell me just their most personal, deepest things. And I never understood why people did that. And you may experience that as well, especially if you are flying high with with this evil spirit here. Um, you're now seeing things from a different perspective. And so this enables you to have that with others, have more compassion, and know that everything is happening to you. I mean, for you, not to you. Um, always for your highest good. I'm getting affirmations. Do you say affirmations? The person's feeling that happens to you. Refresh. Uh-huh. Yeah, and I think that's why that came out about when I was talking about how eagles have one mate, and they do that dance where, like I said, they circle. And it's possible if you've been seeing birds, if they do that circling thing, even if it's not eagles, it's just birds. I saw this the other day. There was probably 10 of them, and they were just going in a circle. There was a whole bunch of them. But that can be just kind of a little, representative there of, about the whole eagle spirit thing. Maybe your ancestors, if you do see that with those blackbirds, they're letting you know that that's that feeling. Because earlier with the collective read, I was talking about feeling that love and passion right now, listening to love songs, watching love stories, a lot of birds. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot lately too. And I have a couple other readers. I only have a few, very few that I watch anymore. But the ones that I do watch, a lot of them have been talking about birds. I mean, it's been off the charts for everybody. But we're all in different stages of this process. But anytime I go to do a reading, I always ask that my ancestors send me the ones that resonate with my energy, that need a message right now. But I will tell you, the card that came out for you is basically the Scorpio card. It's the transformation card. It's a butterfly. Butterfly. I love this card. I love butterflies. Always have those, and dragonflies. Transformation is beautiful, and it is an 11. So, like I said, if you start, noticing numbers, gas station, when you get a receipt from a store, pay attention to the total. Like I said, the sign on the gas station, whatever. Anywhere that there's numbers on the backs of cars, a phone number, anything like that. What time a phone number come in, you can look at the time and see what it is, and sometimes there'll be a message there, and you can research that. Anytime you find a number that you're not for sure what it is, like 33 or 22, or this is 11, and it's a master. 11, 22, and 33 and 44 are all master numbers. But 11 is the one that, in my own experience, is the one where your ancestors are asking you to, hey, it's like a heads up. It's like, pay attention to what you're thinking. And the moment that you see 1111 or 111, or even if you just see it anywhere, if you see 511, then it may be, because there is that 5 on the board. The 511 may be, okay, 5, what are you telling yourself? There may be something that you're saying within yourself, to yourself, that's not helpful to you, because it's all about the way that we talk to ourselves in our head. Are you being mean to yourself in any way, shape, or form? If you ever see those numbers. But you can look that up until you get a better understanding of numbers and how they work and how they pertain to your situation. Because mine, I went by I would look it up, and then I finally started noticing the pattern of the numbers. And when I was having certain thoughts, I would see those numbers. So it's basically just your own experience and how those numbers pertain to you. So when I do readings, I give people the general understanding of these, but I want you to delve into the depths of yourself and find out what they mean to you. And I think that's going to help you a lot. But with this, transformation is beautiful. And then that number 5, that eagle spirit, you are going through some changes right now. But with this being the butterfly, and this is not the chrysalis, this is not the one that's cocooned up, and it's not the worm, where they start, the caterpillar that starts out, we've gone through that process. You're past that. You're the butterfly now. Okay? You're seeing the beauty in life. You're seeing the beauty in others. You may be seeing, like we were talking about, seeing the beauty in another person. Recognizing someone for the first time, maybe. Or this can be someone from your past. But in my own experience, I know a lot of us, we've delved through those depths and cut cords, and we've let go of people from our past because we know that those were lessons to bring about this transformation during this Scorpio energy. Between these 2 eclipses, it's going to be pretty intense for some. But I really don't feel, with your energy, I'm not feeling an intensity, as far as I'm feeling more flow with you, not roller coaster. It's like I was saying, with my kiddos, they have different energy, different things in their chart. And one of them is an Aries, and she's having a lot of the up and down energy. And my son is a Capricorn, but he is having a lot of it too. So it just pertains to what is in your chart. Someone from your past, it's been hard to let go, because your heart and soul feels like that it's your soulmate. I know. And when you experience that, it's called soul recognition. But when we hold on, and I know it's hard to let go, trust me, I don't talk about anything that I haven't been through myself. And I was talking about this last night when I did a live. The collective energy came out with a surrender card. And it's about being able to say, and I believe there's a saying about being able to love better than to love and lost than to never have loved at all. And we have to let go sometimes, because they have to do their work too. They have lessons to learn. They have people to see. They have things they have to go through in order to be with you and experience your energy. Yes, I'm doing reads, sweetheart. You'll just have to hold on. I'm reading for Ultra Ego right now. I have RP to after you, and then I will get to you, M, if you will just be patient. Pull up a chair, get you some drinks, get comfortable. We're just flowing with the energy tonight, okay? Thank you. But Ultra Ego, with this butterfly spirit, you're going through a major transformation. You've gone through it. You've gone through it. You're not going through. You've gone through it. You are now the butterfly, and you know you are. Thank you, M. And I know it's hard to let go. That is the last part of grief. Anytime we have been in a situation, relationship, and it doesn't have to be love, but those are the ones that are, in my personal opinion, are the hardest to let go. Besides your underneath, you do have number one, which is after I off the deck earlier, and that's Anne's. That is fun, like I said. So 111, start seeing that. But the time to collaborate. Okay, number one, it's Aries energy. That's starting building new foundations. That's what the collective was. The collective reading that I did at the very beginning of the live. If anybody that free was alive in the butterfly. And being, even though this reading is for you, Ultra Ego, we're also being the majority of us, this collective that resonates with my reading. You're seeing that eagle perspective. But you for sure, and I said I know with this eagle, there's a strong bond there. I know that. But you have in energy, it's more like, okay, so I see it from a higher perspective. I know I do what I need to do. Right? Never, if they do come back, and when re-entry again, your energy has shifted. We mirror, if you're good vibe, good energy, and that person is going to meet you with that energy. Okay? So, Trigo, I appreciate you allowing me. Yeah. Utilize that eagle spirit during this time. Don't be hard on yourself. Fives are about change. Scorpio energy between this last eclipse, was just yesterday or day before, and then the one on the 28th. It's going to be a lot of release, a lot of surrender energy. And it's great. Surrender with love. Let go with love and know that if that person is, oh, sorry, it doesn't show that it is. It lagged a little bit. But yeah, just allow it to flow. Allow everything to flow. If that person is meant to be your forever soulmate, because we have a lot of soulmates. Your kids can be soulmates. Your parents can be soulmates. Every relationship, your best friends can be soulmates. But I hope that assisted you in some way. All right, Arpita, you're up next, sweetheart. Whenever you are ready. If you weren't in here when I held up the decks, I will hold up there's 3 decks that I'm going to show for everybody to choose from, whichever one you feel resonance, if I can talk tonight. And just know that if anything comes out in when I'm reading for you guys, and I start talking about my own personal experiences, that is how my ancestors talk through me. That is how my guides help me relate to another person. Hey, Techie One, good to see you. I'm glad you're back. So, Arpita, what are the current feelings and intentions of the person in your mind? Okay, so um, the first deck is the it just flew right out of my head. Goddess Love. I got this one on Valentine's Day, and it gives me very grandmother energy. My grandmother tends to come through a lot with this deck. Very nurturing energy. But I want you to just kind of look at it, Arpita, and whichever one you're drawn to is the one I will get your message from. The next deck was the Spirit Animal Oracle. This is the one I just used for Ultra Ego Wisdom. And if you guys wouldn't mind hitting the like button when you come in, if you feel so drawn to. The next deck is the Dream Oracle deck. And I was drawn to this one just because of the designs, and it's almost like sacred geometry to me. Anything with angles, it looks tribal. Because I'm part Cherokee, so. But those are the three, Arpita. So which one of those, number deck 1, deck 2, deck 3, or Goddess Oracle, Spirit Animal, or Dream Oracle? And that's the deck I will use for you. Thank you, Techie One. I appreciate you. While I'm waiting on Arpita to answer on which deck she would like, I'm going to drink real quick. I got my blueberry coffee, and I need a little bit of water. Deck 1? Okay. All right, Arpita, let's see. Current feelings and intentions of the person in your mind. Messages for Arpita. Current feelings. The person that she or he is thinking about. Arpita. Messages for Arpita. Verify skill. All right. Let's see what we got. Bottom of the deck is Sanctuary. 29. Connect to your inner strength. With the bottom of the deck, when I always pull the one from the very bottom, to me that represents what's subconscious mind. Okay. It's a 29 that equals an 11. It's possible you may have been seeing 11s. 1 1 1 1 1, maybe 29. 2s or 9s. 2s are waiting. 9s are independence, waiting on a cycle, or ending a cycle, starting a new cycle. With this sanctuary card, I'm getting a couple things from this, but I'm really feeling like, see how that rabbit there, kind of has like he's darting into this right here, and she's holding it open. So I feel like either you have been hermit mode for a while, about this situation with this person, but their current feelings, because we mirror whoever we're interested in. We, especially if you're dating or considering dating, they'll have something similar about them that you resonate with because it's something within you. So if you've been in hermit, then they're in hermit, or a little standoffish, then they are as well. But because with that sanctuary, I mean, the rabbit looks like he looks a little scared. And then up in the top of these cards, you see these warriors back here. So kind of, I'm kind of getting a protective mode, where they've maybe been within, going within. Going within themselves, doing a lot of work probably, because sanctuary to me feels like, and I've been doing this for like the past 4 years, but I'm just now getting that this year. I've really stepped back out and felt, that big release, like I always use this analogy. It's like carrying around a backpack when you first start with your healing process, and then you start pulling bricks out, which are old belief systems, old ways of thinking, old things you used to say to yourself, all of that kind of stuff. You would just, as you go, you would throw a brick out. Self-worth. Okay, that brick's done because I have it now. Okay, and then the next brick, I'm taking that out because I'm not codependent anymore. Or I'm taking this next brick out. And as you pull those out, you'll start feeling lighter within yourself. So I feel like with this sanctuary, you've been in hermit mode, and so have they. They've been healing. Connecting to, themselves, their higher selves, doing a lot of inner work. Let me get a card though, but that's just the bottom one. For you, Arpita, for their working on yourself. Yeah. And people will mirror us. So if this person, if you resonate with that person, you're drawn to that person, the energy somehow in some way was mirrored. So if you've been doing your shadow work, your healing work, which is what I do primarily, what I help people with is shadow work, because I myself would seek out a lot of readings when I first began, because I didn't have anyone in real life to talk to except for my kids, my teenagers. But as far as like real life, like everyday around me people, no, because, well, if you've been on this healing journey, you know how that goes. It's like nobody understands you. You feel like you're speaking a different language, and people just look at you like you're crazy or you're weird. And so it just kind of you kind of just like, never mind, I'm just going to stay to myself and I'll go online. I'll just go to lives and I'll do and that's how mine started, when I started seeking answers elsewhere until I started finding them in myself. But yeah, I know. So let's see, what are the person on Arpita's mind's intentions and current feelings? So if you've been healing, they're healing, because there was obviously something that attracted you to this person. Okay, Grandma, don't throw them all at me. Oh, that's why. That's why she threw it at me. Okay. The card that came out so abruptly is Ignite. Release your potential. It's a 15, another 5, 1 5, which equals a 6. Sixes, are about victory, They're also about accolades, possibly being looked up to as a mentor or a guide or someone who is wise. I'm getting very nurturing energy from this card. You may have a connection with animals. I don't know if it's rabbits for sure, but I don't know, I'm getting a bunny vibe there, but I mean, it could be animals, cats, dogs, anything like that. And so with this energy, if you are yourself an animal lover, I feel this person is as well. But with this ignite, and with the definitely, if you guys get a chance, listen to the very beginning after the live is done about the collective energy. But it's all about passion, heart chakra energy. What we're feeling inside right now. I'm feeling the love and the gratitude for everything that we've been through this up this far, and the just the very loving heart chakra opening feeling. um but with this card, I'm also getting that, you know either, and we mirror, like I said. So this, maybe there may be some project that he is currently working on, and that may be why this person uh, has been in sanctuary, like working on a project, or you may have been, or it's just doing your own spiritual work and that person doing their work. But with that ignite, release your potential, 6 being, victory, success. I feel like, and you said you guys are in business together, don't be afraid to shine. I just got that. Because if he's in a higher position, is there any way that you're holding yourself back? Like, so, because I know personally, um, I was raised from a totally different era. And the men were the workers, the women stayed home, took care of the kids. That was my era. I'm a 70s baby. So the men were the ones that worked. The women were usually the ones that took care of the family and the household and the home. Um, and that was more my grandparents than my mother and father. Um, but it was that thing to where the male, you know, yeah, the male had that, it was like I don't know if you would say pedestal type energy, but it was just, that's just how everybody acted back then. And that's what their grandparents taught them. It's a repetitive pattern for generations. It's one of those generational curses that have to be broken. Things have to change. But with that, release your potential, and you guys working together, like I said, I got that. Are you holding back in any way? And if you are feeling that holding back energy to where you're not showing your full spark, your full power, your full potential, if you're doing any of those things, he's doing the same. Afraid to trust? Yeah, I understand that. That one's a hard one to get through, especially if you've been wronged a lot. Well, if you feel you've been wronged a lot, and you're still working on healing the trust wound, it takes a while. And I still I still have times. We all do. We're human. Um, we're never fully healed with anything. We're always going to be tested. But 611, that equals an 8, infinity. So you've probably been going around a lot in your head about this, and they probably have been as well. But I feel like if you can step into this ignite energy, this release your potential, if you can step into this, I mean, her face, look, I mean, she looks very amazed at that light. She's like, I feel like if you show more of your passion, and you show, if you're not afraid to be who you are in front of this person that you're interested in, and you can let go of the fear, then your energy will shift, and that will be radiated outside of you, and this person will be like, okay, they're not guarded, I can drop my guard. They're standing in their power. You are, Arpita, if you choose to. We're human. We have free will. We have the choice. Are you keeping your light hidden in any way, shape, or form? Because people will mirror it to us. So if he's hiding his light, you're probably doing it too. So don't be afraid to shine in front of him, because I have a feeling if you do shine in front of him, like I said, it equals a 6, victory. If you can allow yourself to be yourself around him and not be afraid. If you can let go of that fear and know with the sanctuary that you're safe. You are safe. There is nothing to fear. Okay? There is nothing to fear. Embrace that strength that you have. You've been through it. You've been through a lot. I really feel that. And a lot of us on this journey have been through a lot. But we're here. We've done it. We're always going to have healing. We're always going to have lessons. We're going to be students and teachers. But hey, I mean, everybody should be patting yourselves on the back right now. Everybody in this chat, give yourself a big hug, pat yourself on the back. I do it all the time. I mean, when you're alone for a while, you have the tendency to, hug yourself, give yourself a great big hug, pat yourself on the back, dance around the house, do whatever you want to do that makes you feel good, But just know, guys, we're in transformation season right now. Everything we've been working on, everything that we've let go of, we're the abundance and the manifestations that we've been working so hard on, because we want to step into our power. That's what our soul wants and craves. Yes, it helps. It really does. I used to do it a lot. When I would go lay down at night, I would wrap my own arms around me in bed. Or, I'd wrap my arms around my waist. And whatever makes you feel comfortable. Or wrap a blanket around me and just snuggle up in it. It's just whatever made me feel held and loved. Because this journey does require us to be by ourselves sometimes. The very bottom of this deck over here, and I haven't shown you yet, and it was a 14, it's a 5. Out of darkness comes light. But on here, it says hope. And with this one, I always get this is your ancestor. I'm getting motherly vibes with her, but can be grandmother, aunt, anyone who was prominent in your life. I'm getting feminine energy is always with you. See how she's got her arm around her? Because I feel like this is you. Out of darkness comes light. We're all coming out of this dark, and see this moon up here that gives me eclipse, because the next one is a solar. So it'll kind of look like that, even though that's a nighttime moon. But you get what I'm saying. Um, but whichever one of your ancestors this is, this feminine energy that's always with you, she's asking you to have hope. Know that we're coming out of the darkness. We're in this space right now where we're letting go, baby. This is let go time. This is surrender time. Allow that heart chakra to fly open. Let go of that fear. You've worked too hard, and it's time. It's more of our pattern, because we stay in the pattern. Hello, divinely protected. Welcome in, welcome in. Pull up a chair, grab a drink, grab a blankie, and just relax. I've got a couple others. I think I've got M. I'll have to look. I've got a couple others to do. But I will be with you. Just please be patient. I appreciate you. But that's what I have for you, Arpita. I hope that did assist you in some way and give you some kind of clarity. Ultimately, in your relationship is based on who we are. What vibe are you putting out? What is your vibration? What is within you? What's going on within you? Because that's what you'll draw in. That's what we all do. Added to my okay, yeah, sure. You're welcome, Arpita. I appreciate you allowing me to read for you, and I hope to see you again on the channel. If you would like to, please like, share, and subscribe. I do have a link for donations. If anyone would like to donate, I would greatly appreciate you, but I'm not ever going to force anybody to do so. This is my purpose, to help others. So that's what I'm here doing. All right, so I believe M was next. Let me, I'm pretty sure M was next because I think it was Arpita and then M, and I usually start writing them down. Okay, yeah, M. And then I don't know if Techie was wanting one or not, but then it'd be M, Techie, and Divinely Protected. I'm just going to jot your alls down real quick just so anybody else comes in. We got yours done. And Divinely Protected. Yeah, just bear with me, guys. Like I said, I give the messages that are meant to be heard. Sometimes my guides and ancestors get a little carried away and I kind of get on a roll. So, I don't try to rush people through their readings because I feel like whatever message needs to come out should be allowed to come out. Okay, so M. How Showcat feels towards you, Mina. Okay. All right. So, which deck? I'm going to hold 3 decks up and you tell me which one you are most drawn to. This is the Goddess Oracle deck. Like I said, this one was very nurturing. This deck is my grandmother deck. This is the one she likes to talk to me with. The second deck will be your Spirit Animal Oracle deck. See if I can get the light to pick up the detail. See if it'll pick it up. Spirit Animal Oracle. Or the last one which is the Dream Oracle. So which one of those M would you like? Which one are you most drawn to? Which one did you feel any type of way about any of those decks? Always pay attention to your body, because your body will tell you. Your body will answer you. You can ask it a question seriously at a grocery store if this food is right for you, and if it starts making noises or doing weird things, it will tell you. It will freak you out the first time it happens to. Deck number 1. All right. So, how does Showcat feel towards Nina? What guidance do you have for Nina? How does Showcat feel towards my guidance? Like I was talking about in the previous reading, whatever we are within, will project outwards. So if you feel a certain way about a person, we all have free will, but there's something there that attracts you to that person, because people mirror. We mirror them, they mirror us. So there's something there. Okay. Let us see, shall we? Sorry, guys, bear with me. I've been in such a goofy mood with this energy. Okay, underneath, this one has a lot of birds in it. We were talking about birds earlier. You got stillness on the bottom. 34, be calm and quiet. That equals a 7. There's an owl, a dove, or a pigeon. Looks like a dove to me. There's another bird, a little small bird, maybe a sparrow. And there's a deer in this picture. And snow. And they're all sleeping. So it may be possible that you've been seeing 7s if you happen to pay attention to numerology. But I feel like with this card, and it's possible too that you've been seeing birds or deer or anything like that. But the immediate thing I got with this stillness card was they're telling you, if you will, your guides, ancestors, if you will be calm and quiet within self, you will receive the answer if you don't already know it. But I feel like with this, when you are with yourself, possibly out in nature, like it shows up in this card where this, that's out in nature and all those trees is her crown. Or possibly if you're, when you're meditating or doing yoga or something of that nature, when you're being still and quiet, you're going to get the answer from your higher self or your guides. You will get the answer that you need. But that's just on the bottom, and that's, to me, subconscious mind. So I feel like subconsciously you know that when you are in stillness, you will get this download, because I get download energy with this, especially because the owl, owls are very wise. Doves are about, to me, they represent peace and harmony. So whatever practice you do, whether it's meditation in nature or yoga, just anything to where you can spend some time to be calm and quiet. It can be that, this person that you're asking about may be a little shy. Maybe this person makes you feel calm or is very calm and quiet. Like I said, we're mirror energies, so there's something there that you resonate with this person, why you're drawn. With the seven's a very spiritual number, but also sevens can also be self-sabotage. So just make sure you're taking that time that you need to yourself to be quiet and still and not allowing, that negative self-chatter that we get, Yeah, me too. I want to live where I've got some trees and lots of nature. That's where I plan on building my house someday soon, hopefully. So I'm working on manifesting that at this time. But I feel like, because they're still not giving me a card yet, so subconsciously, either or it will come to you when you're sleeping or when you're meditating or doing yoga or something like that, or maybe even just going for a walk in nature. Anything like that to where you're with yourself, your own thoughts, just because you can be in a meditative state driving, you can be in a meditative state walking anywhere, really. I mean, I do it all the time. I'm sure any of you have, like, you get home and then you're like, oh man, did I even stop at that stoplight? did I stop at that stop sign? I mean, it's just like autopilot, but that's considered a meditative state when you're in those moments. Let's see, they're not wanting to give me a card. But I do feel like, this person is shy, or maybe they're taking time to do some inner reflective work, or they're asking you to do this. But like I said, subconsciously, I feel like you know that when you are still and quiet, this will come to you. And you may have some throat chakra issues going on right now. You wanting to talk to this person or wanting them to talk to you or something. But I'm feeling a little bit in the throat, so throat chakra. You can sing, dance, both shy. Yeah, I get that because, like I said, it's mirror energy. So if they are calm and quiet, then you are calm and quiet. You guys will mirror each other. But if there's something that you've been wanting to say, because I felt that with the throat chakra. If you don't feel comfortable saying or speaking about certain things right now, I feel like with the collective energy, with that passion and love and stuff like that, I really feel between now and the next solar, I believe, eclipse. It's like during the full moon. I feel like that between now and then, you and him or you and this person are going to have the ability to have this conversation. So let me see if after I shuffled it again, they will give me a card for you. Pretty please. Just one card is all we want. Just one card. Okay, that was more than one. Let me see how many there are. There's 4. And I'll go ahead and show them to you because they did fall. They need to come out. You've got 28, safety, you are held, and that's a 10. You've got sanctuary, connect to your inner strength, that is an 11. That one came out in the last read. You've got radiance, rejoice in your life, which is a 23, which equals a 5. 5s are about change. And you've got harmony, perfect balance, which equals a 4. It's a number 13 card. It's possible you've been saying tens, 11s, 111, 1111, fives, fours, or you can be seeing any of those numbers, 13, 23, 29, 28, or you can be 29, 28, 23, any of those ages, 34. Numbers can resonate in many different ways, but I will kind of let you look at these cards. They're very pretty. This one was the first one, the safety card. You are held. And see, look, you got a bird, you got another owl up there, that wisdom energy, and the skunk, and there's another bunny rabbit on there. I feel like you guys are probably both animal lovers. This it does have quite a few different animals in this deck, but you are held came out. The next one, sanctuary. Um, Connect to your inner strength. That's an 11. And that was the one we had in the last read, where you've taken the time. You're safe. You have your guides, your ancestors, passed on loved ones, angels. They're all with you. Radiance card is so beautiful. This card always kind of gives me fairy energy, especially I think that says Flora up there. Yeah, Flora. What does that say? Rejoice, make love, celebrate. Rejoice in your life. And that equals a 5. Be radiant. These 5s are about change. Let's see what this one, harmony, perfect balance, number 4. So it was these two. They didn't let you look at them for very long. There's a wolf in this one. And they're all, relaxing. Very good vibe. Very natural vibe. But I feel like this is just representative of the energy that you two are in at this time. It's very, and I've been feeling it too, very relaxing, comforting, but still feeling that passion and love, to just step out, to just be like, you know what? I've healed, I've done the work, I have, found myself. I know who I am. And I'm ready. And that's really what the collective energy is right now. And during this transition between these two eclipses, anything that you've held on to at all, you're going to let go and release. Because especially with this really good calming energy, I feel like you're really balanced, and they are too. But just know that you are protected, and no matter what you decide, because ultimately it comes to free will. Whatever it is that you decide, what you want, we manifest. But I feel like if you know how you feel with this person, and I feel like you do know that, that you would be safe within. If you're safe within yourself, you'll be safe with this person, or if not, with someone else. But regardless, the energy you're in right now, if that person is not meant to be in your life, it won't work out. But most of us who have done the healing work and stuff, we know this. And we know this, what is meant for us will come to us. That's how manifestation is. It's how our path is and our purpose is. If we're in that journey, if we're there, and we've been doing the work and making the changes, and I feel like you have. And this many cards coming out, I feel like you have a lot of feminine ancestors that are really watching over you at this time, and they're giving you that love and compassion. They know that you've been through a lot, and you've made it through a lot, and they're very proud of you. I mean, I just get pure love from this read. Every one of these animals is asleep and relaxed, and like the first card, stillness, still and quiet. And you both might be very shy, but hey, seems to me like it's a good match. I've got very, very calming energy with this read. So that was your reading, Em. I hope that did assist you in some way, shape, or form. If some things didn't resonate right now, maybe when you have the time to be still and quiet, your ancestors, I really feel, will give you the guidance that you need, or your higher self. And with all these animals being asleep, it may possibly happen when you go to bed. I don't know if it'll be tonight, but most of us get downloads when we're sleeping anyways. It's just a lot of us, we don't remember until we set the intention to remember the dreams. You're welcome. You're welcome so very much. I hope it did help you in some way. I appreciate you allowing me to read for you. If you feel so called to, please hit the like, share, and subscribe. I would love to see you again. I appreciate you very much. I love this deck. This deck is so comforting to me. It's very compassionate and loving. I get that so much from that deck. That's why this is my grandma. This is my grandma coming through. All right. So, who do we have next? Divinely protected. Yeah, I love it. Thank you, Em. God bless you too. Have a wonderful evening. I appreciate you. Let me divinely protected before I start yours, sweetheart. I need to see, because I think Techie 1, let me see. Techie 1 came in right before you did. So let me see if they're still here, and if they do want a reading tonight, or if they're just on here just to be here for the read, which is fine. More the merrier. Like I said, bring your drinks, smoke them if you got them, whatever you do that makes you happy. By all means, get you a blankie, cuddle up, get cozy. Just have a nice little powwow here. Okay, I don't see tech. Oh, there you are. Oh, there you are. I'm trying to be all sneaky. Okay. Was you wanting a read tonight, Techie 1, or yes? Yes, no? Yes, no, yes, no, yes? Are you wanting a read, Techie? It's on. Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I forgot I did that because last night there was they started coming in really fast, and I didn't want them to go too fast, so I set it for 30 seconds. I'll probably turn it when I read tomorrow. I'll probably do it differently. I'm sorry about that. Setting by taking the music assistant job or the membership assistant job. Okay. Settling. That's what I thought you meant. That's why I was reading it again. The first thing I got, and I haven't even pulled any cards out, I'm getting, by you asking me that question, obviously there's some sense of you, some part of you within your soul that knows. Okay. No problem. I will pull cards. But it just immediately came to me. It says, will I be settling by taking the music assistant job or the membership assistant job? Ask yourself first, do you really want that job? Does it bring you joy? Do you love to do it? Either one of them. That would be a question. That would be something I would ask myself. If that was the question I had, I would be like, but yes, I would want a clarifier for sure. For sure. But a lot of times when we ask things, like, because I used to do that all the time when I would ask stuff, and then I would reread what I had asked, and I'm like, well, I know that. I know the answer. It pays well. It'll help put me ahead in life, like the industry. Okay. And that kind of gives me Libra energy, that would be a balance deal. But we will pull cards to see. Um, because you just never know with, the other people that you will be collabing with for these jobs. Yeah, I got Libra balance energy. Um, I'm I'm a Sag North Node. I'm kind of on the cusp between Sag and Capricorn for North Nodes, so I kind of have like a dual. Those are two crazy ones to have. Hi TJ, I'll be with you shortly. I've got Techie One, and then I have Divinely Protected, and then I'll get with you. So get you something to drink, get your blanket, relax, chillax. We're just flowing tonight. So, hi Beatrice, welcome in. I've got two others in front of you. I'm reading for Techie One right now, and then I will have Divinely Protected, and then TJ. So just take a seat, get some drink, relax, or you can come back, whichever you would like to, provide, whichever you want to do. We're just flowing tonight. So, Techie One, you're welcome, TJ. Just be patient with us. I like to give the messages that need to be heard. So, I don't, set time limits or anything. All right, here is this deck, which is the Goddess Oracle, Techie One. And then the next one was a spirit animal. And then this one is the Dream Oracle. All right, so between those three, were any of those, were they popping out to you? And while you're letting me know, I'm going to write these other names down so I don't get confused on who's next. So we got TJ, And Beatriz Benavides. Hopefully I said that right. Beatriz. Okay. Okay. All right, Beatrice, I got you. All right, you want the third one, Techie? All right. Gotcha. If you guys don't mind, real quick, I'm going to go take a quick bathroom break. I've been going for 1:31, so I need to take a quick break. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. Nature calls. All right. Third one. When I was coming back in here, I heard Tone Loc. Let's do it. So I don't know if that has anything to do with you, Techie One, but that came through. The Tone Loc song. Heard that in a little while, but I listened to a lot of 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s. Jamming a lot lately to love songs, though. Definitely feeling that love and passion energy. All of you guys that are in here, feel free to go back and watch the very beginning with the collective energy reading. Just kind of gives you a little rundown of what's going on energetically in the collective with heart chakra awakening and rebuilding foundations and just the whole difference, the whole changing energy. So, Techie One, let's find out. Let's find out, shall we? Trying to figure out, let's see. Let's see what they want you to know regarding this situation. If it's going to benefit you, if it's for your highest good. I mean, ultimately, it is your decision. You know, that's why we have free will to choose what you want to do. But I know you're wanting a little assistance. You're feeling, maybe you're having trouble getting the message, or you've been asking the message and you haven't been getting it in some way, shape, or form, or you're not possibly understanding it from your ancestors or guides, or having trouble figuring it out. Sorry. Sometimes that's how I work. I channel sometimes when I shuffle. It just works that way. I just roll with what they give me. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, you've got wisdom. It's a 26, which equals an 8. Experience and failure lead to wisdom. Apply wisdom to a present situation. Learn from the spirit world and its collective knowledge. Apply wisdom to a present situation. It equals an 8. Eights to me represent, the limits gate, the cyclical, the infinity. And that this equals an 8. It's possible that you've been seeing eights, Techie. This is underneath, so to me, this is subconscious. So I feel like this is something you're already aware of. You've experienced, you have a lot of collective knowledge, you understand the spirit world, and within your subconscious mind that experience and failure lead to wisdom. So both things, things we experience, no matter what it is, whether it turns out to be a positive situation or a negative situation, either way we learn from it, right? So they're asking you, or your higher self, I should say, because it's a subconscious mind, is asking you to apply wisdom to this situation with this job. So it's possible that you've already experienced something similar to this offer in a different way, or with a different job, and maybe apply whatever happened in that previous situation, collaboration. um, I get that whatever you learned from that, or maybe multiple other jobs that you've worked, I'm getting that those jobs apply, whatever ones resonate with this one apply now. So what you learned there, you need to use now with this one. But let's get a card, shall we? Yeah. Yep. So they're asking, well, they just threw them straight at me. I got surrender. That one came out last night too. I got renewal, rebirth, and creativity. I believe these all came out last night. We've got the Scorpio death and rebirth card, which is a 5. We've got the surrender card and the creativity card. Let's see what they have to say. Okay, the death card is well, let me go with this one first, because this is the one that was up, that I saw first. Then I saw this one. 46 is a surrender card. Equals a 10. Ones are the start of a new cycle. It says, let go of the internal and external struggles in your life. Give up the fight to control others and situations. Relinquish your need to be right and surrender to a higher power. And I don't know if you can read that down there. I know that they're writing, and with the lighting, sorry about that. I'm still trying to work out the whole lighting thing, but um, let me read the other two that came out next to it. Excuse me, which is the rebirth, which is the number 5, which is scorpionic energy. That it's a phoenix on the card. Death and rebirth. Examine what you resist discarding. Reassess what needs to be renewed and given a fresh start. Clean up all the things around you that are cluttering your life. Now I know, yeah, surrender. Yeah, that was first. That was first one that came out. Um, you've gone through a death and a rebirth, or you are going through one with this 5 coming out now. And there were tons of 5s that came out last night. It's possible you're seeing 5s, 9, 1s, or 8s. Um, reassess what needs to be renewed and give it a fresh start. Clean up all the things in it. And I just went through this here in myself personally, cleaning up in my house. I've gone through every single closet, every one of them. And I haven't been in there in some of those closets I haven't gotten hardly anything out of in a while. 8 is your number. Yeah, mine's 7 because I'm a life path 7. Um, but with this scorpionic card, this is the Scorpio energy we're in right now. But along with Libra energy, you're being asked, to, with the scales, which one are you, do you need to let go of? Is there something pertaining to this job, or pertaining to this situation, this creativity that you're wanting, this project? Is there anything that you would like, don't mind, making a compromise about, or do you, is it something you really want to do? Because it says reassess what needs to be renewed and given a fresh start, or what is it that you may resist discarding. So this is a, Libra scales in your Libra North Node, I think you said. So what is it? There's something that you need to balance regarding this situation. There's something that you haven't quite let go of in this other job that you dealt with. Um, in order for you to create the new foundation, which we got with the collective energy and the root chakra card, the start of a new foundation. In order to get this new foundation going, quit jobs over just not liking things, but I stayed longer. I could have had more stability. Well, and I understand you there, but I kind of have a little different perspective about it. And I know I have a lot of Sagittarius. I've got 6 planets in my energy, but I hopped a lot because I just couldn't find anything um, that I wanted to do forever. I was not one of those, I'm going to get in and stay till I retire. No, never, never. But I can tell you, every single one that I've hopped from job to job to job, I've learned something from, and I can still utilize to this day. So don't ever look at it like it was a bad decision for you to go from job to job to job. It was more things that you needed to learn on this journey that are going to assist you. I've heard of the Midhaven, but I've not done that part of the astrology. I know how to help people with birth charts. I know about their chirons and things like that. But as far as Midhaven, I'm not super familiar. Um, you don't believe in staying places you don't want to, but you could stay at least a year. You agree on job hopping. The May at the company would be 2 years for me. So I feel like the main thing with this is there's something still left to surrender. So it may be the control aspect, because it does talk about control in the surrender card of others and situations. Relinquish your need to be right and surrender to a higher power. Um, but with that creativity card, take a risk if you are led to a creative life. Invite creativity into your life. Create something new for yourself. Um, I will say for a long time, Techie One, I felt, and this was a belief system because I was raised in the 70s. Um, Speaks to your career and what you will be known for. Huh? Yeah, I'll have to look. I cannot remember right off the bat what my midhaven is. I focused so much on my Chiron just to make sure I got that healed this time around, and my North Node and my life path. Those were my main focuses. Um, and then, of course, your ones, just in astrology, your top three and all that. But Techie One, I really feel like I said, with that control aspect, my experience growing up, uh, because I'm a 70s kid, so my parents were from the era, 50s, 60s, um, and their grandparents, their mother, father, my grandparents were very old school. And the belief system then was you went in a job and you stayed in a job. And that was the only way that you could make it in this world. That was the status quo, so they would say. And they did that for centuries. And when I was a kid, that became my belief system. And even though I would only stay in a job for maybe 2 years or less, and sometimes less, sometimes a lot less than 2 years, maybe 3 months, I don't know. It would just depend. If I learned whatever I needed to learn out of that job and then I didn't like it anymore, or I'm like, the person I was working with, I didn't get along with, or whatever the case was, when I left, I left. I mean, that's Sag energy, big time. I have Sag in 6 planets. One of them is Venus, and then Sag is in other places, but lots of fire energy. Sag energy likes to be. We like to experience new things, and there's nothing wrong with that. The whole thing is just changing the belief system, letting go of the old belief system. I feel that's a part of this control, that they're asking you. You're being asked to surrender for the right opportunity. Because with this creativity, I feel like it involves something that you have passion for. Hold on, sorry, I got one of my babies right here. It's okay, Chloe. No, honey. Go right there. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. She doesn't like being picked up. She's an older cat, and I don't think she got held a lot, so she's not real used to it. Um, she's a little temperamental. She's older too, so she's kind of a mom or grandmom. My other cats are young, a year, 2 years old. But like I was saying, sorry, I went on that little tangent there, techie. But with this creativity, I really feel like that. Yeah, travel. That's Sag energy all over the place. Um, there's something that you're passionate about. And I don't know if it's involving a music in some way, shape, or form. It doesn't have to be this type of music, though, or dance. It I'm just getting, it's something that you love to do, that brings you passion. And I don't know if this project is going to assist you, or if you're just going into this job itself because it is good money and it'll be a way to support yourself. But are you making sure that it's not based off of an old belief system, like you have to work a 9 to 5 in order to make it in this world? um, I know that was one of my own beliefs that I was raised with, that you had to work a 9 to 5 job for 40 plus years of your life, and then retire. And that just didn't work for me. It just didn't, honestly. Um, but I really feel like, whatever the surrender is, and it may be that you're needing to let go. Yeah, surrender. You have a passion for both industries, both roles. Thanks. Thanks. I call her Princess. You can work any 9 to 5. You ultimately want to use your next job to help you fund your next goal, which is entrepreneurship full time. Okay. And I will tell you, Techie, that is also part of belief system. Um, um, as far as the working a job, because yeah, we need something to bring in some form of income. Yes, obviously, we have bills to pay. Um, but I know my own personal, I fought it with all, and I never understood why I did, but all that Sag energy, man, I fought it. I'm like, no, I don't want to. I don't want to work all. Yeah, I don't want to work a 9 to 5. I would do it because Scorpio and Sag energy, and then I've also got Taurus and Capricorn and my big three. So very not movable. You know, very grounded energy. So I would stick through it for as long as I could. And the Scorpio would come out and say, okay. And so would Sag. We're done here. So, 9 to 5. Make sure that's not a belief system that you're telling yourself. That not necessarily that you're telling yourself, but that you were raised around. That you feel like the only way that you can become an entrepreneur is by working a 9 to 5. I feel like that may just a little, I'm feeling like it might hinder you a little bit. And I feel like that's what that surrender part of it is. Attract to those roles is because it will help you build great relationships. I understand what you're saying. Yeah, it is. It's something to consider because if we have, like some of us for the longest, I mean, I know I was for the longest time, it took me a while, and I studied so many different religions. I have studied numerology, astrology, you name it. I've researched it pretty much, except for too much into the birth charts. I didn't go much into just knowing everything, but I didn't go into the north nodes and the trines and all that. But as far as oracle and tarot and the laws of the universe, manifestation, Abraham Hicks, all of those kind of things, I've just went all over the place, Sag energy. But I do feel like that may be just a little bit of what this surrender is. That control, Because if as a kid you were told or controlled, which I don't know what era you're in, but I know myself personally, we were, even though we were left alone a lot, when they were there, we were controlled, all about being controlled. And in turn, we learned that pattern of control. So we look for that in jobs, in relationships, and all of that. Yeah. So, yeah, that would be the only thing I would look at is make sure that you're there is possible belief system in there that might try to sneak in and hold you back from entrepreneurship, because I know I experienced that myself because of that exact belief system, being afraid to step out and do this because it's what I'm meant to do. It's what I'm here for. I'm here to help others, assist others on their journey. And primarily, I do this at a local crystal shop here in town. And I read one-on-one with people. And I did that for all last year before I even, and I said I was still posting on YouTube, but not quite so often. And I really didn't do a lot of lives, but I do now. But yeah, I hope that assisted you, Techie. And thanks so much, Divinely Protected, for also your assistance with that as well. Thank you. Thank you, Divinely Protected. Yeah, I've always resonated with oracles. I learned tarot when I started, but when I started using oracle cards, I resonated more with those decks, and I have found that I receive more downloads and guidance through my oracle decks. The majority of the time, more so than I do tarot. So that's primarily why I use these decks. That's how I get my messages. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, they definitely can. For sure, for sure. But that is what I have for Techie One. I hope that assisted you. Yeah. Yeah. Go with your gut, Techie One. Pay attention to your intuition. Pay attention to your body. When you ask yourself the question when you're by yourself, is this a good idea for me to take this job? Pay attention to your body. Do you feel anything in your body? Do you feel, does your stomach growl or act upset? Do you feel nauseous all of a sudden? And do you get a headache out of nowhere? I mean, does your body do anything randomly crazy? Because I'm here to tell you, your body will answer you. I kid you not. I've had it happen. It happens all the time now because I actually pay attention to my body. Even when I go to the grocery store and I'm picking out food, I ask myself if I should get this. And if I start feeling anything in my body, then and I know it means no, then I don't. And I pick something else. So as far as the job is concerned, I feel like it's telling you yes, just pay attention to control. Like I said, is it's pertaining to that possible belief system. Fast and meditate. Yep. Thank you. Yes, in the past, your intuition and reactions. Yeah, they will. Yeah, especially, and before we start on a journey, we really don't know what the heck's going on. We just know that, oh shit, I got to get out of here, or whatever, And then when it hits you, you're totally floored, when you actually know what it means, and then you're like, oh, wow, okay. So, yeah, pay attention to your intuition, pay attention to your gut feelings, and that will assist you with this decision. I really feel like, like I said, I know you will address, and meditate and find the answer that you need regarding this. And I feel like if you meditate a little bit on that belief system, about the whole 9 to 5, and just make sure that that's not keeping you stuck or stagnant, because I know that was one of mine that kept me stuck for a little while. But it was something that I had to work through as a belief system, to understand that it wasn't my belief system, that it was what I was taught. And we all go through that. That's all part of our healing journey and process. So, but I hope that assisted you, Techie One. I appreciate you coming back tonight. I appreciate you coming back tonight, and I appreciate you being here, and I hope that did assist you. Hello, JH. Thank you. Yes, I love Prince. I'm a 70s kid, so Prince was awesome when I was a teen. Yeah, I loved Prince. He was amazing. I still like him. I listen to him all the time. JH, if you'll be patient, I have Divinely Protected in front of you, and then TJ, and then Beatrice, if they're all still in here. But I will go ahead and put you on the list. Let's see. Divinely Protected, sweetheart, you're up next. So I'll hold up the decks for you, and you can choose. This one is the Goddess, I think this is Goddess Love. Yeah, Goddess Love Oracle, because I got this one back for, if I can talk, Valentine's Day. This one I call my Grandmother Oracle. This one is a very nurturing deck. I always usually get messages. Grandma always steps in for that deck. She's all about nurture and big hugs. All right, this one's the Spirit Animal Oracle. Every time I get up close, it does not pick up the detail on this card. It is a beautiful deck, though. Spirit Animal. And the very last deck is the Dream Oracle deck. Animal Oracle. Okay, gotcha. Okay. So, Divinely Protected, did you already ask a question, sweetheart? If you did, I can scroll up. I didn't see one right off the bat, so. Stretch my leg out. Okay, that's better. Stretch out a little bit. Any guidance that will help you make max progress. Okay. All right. We shall find out. Divinely protected. The first thing that I got just then, after reading that, um, perspective. Maybe change the way you're looking at whatever the situation is that you feel like was a setback. I feel like if you change the way you're looking at it, um, because everything always happens for our highest good, right? And you already know this, you're well aware of this. Is it honestly a setback, or is it something that truly happened for your highest good? Because if you know it happens for your highest good, then it wouldn't be a setback, right? It would be for your highest good. I'm just asking you a question because, I mean, we're just kind of throwing something out there, just spitballing. Well, um, I know myself personally for the longest time when I would look at things as a setback or a mistake or a wrong decision or, you know, way before I started on my journey, I would be like, oh my God, I can't believe I did that. I'm so stupid. Just looking at it from a lens of a setback, a negative that kind of gives a negative connotation to it. And you and I both know that everything we do, everyone we encounter, every experience we have is for us to learn from. It's a lesson. So if you can change it as far as the way you see it, if you can change it and look at it as, what am I learning from this? What did I learn from this? Mhm. Yeah, I know. I personally just went through a situation myself. Um, so I completely understand how you're feeling. Um, but I will tell you this, if something drew you to come to my channel tonight, and we all know that we are connected. If your energy was drawn to my energy, then we've gone through similar situations, and we're on a similar consciousness, a similar understanding. So I recently have gone through some stuff in my own life, and I was talking about this in the collective message. So if you guys do get a chance, make sure you do check out the collective message in the very beginning of the video, because I do talk about um, feeling a lot of new energy with the root chakra, but the heart chakra, we've gone through a lot. We've been to hell and back. We've been there a couple times. Some of us extremely stubborn ones have been there a lot of times. Yeah, karmic cycle after karmic cycle after karmic cycle after a karmic cycle, and then just be like, holy crap, I know how you feel. I do. I seriously do. Yeah, I'm a Scorpio. I go through death and rebirth sometimes 3 times a day, and I've been doing this my whole life, you know and this year was super intense for so many people. Oh my gosh, super intense. It really was. But I feel like it was because of it's accelerated at this point. I feel like we're having, everything feels like it's going by so much faster. It's like elevated ascension. It's like kicking the lessons up a notch. And a lot of us were feeling a little stretched from it, exhausted. I know there were times I was completely exhausted, and I was just like, why am I so tired? It's because at night we're having a crap ton of downloads. Yeah. Uh huh. Yep. Oh yeah. That's for sure. Yeah. Scorpio is about that too. It's about the death and transformation of it. Are we going to transform it, let go of it, move to do something different, or are we going to do the same thing over and over again? Definition of insanity, you know, death and rebirth. Are you going to rebirth into new energy or rebirth, the same thing? Yeah, very Scorpio. Um, on the bottom, your subconscious energy is a 61, which equals a 7. It's a turkey spirit. Give with gratitude and grace. So I feel like during this time, especially with you expressing to me, having a lot of this up and down energy, which I've experienced it myself as well. Um, but with this energy, I mean, I'm obviously getting Thanksgiving energy because of the big O turkey there. But turkeys are, I mean, they're very intense birds. Have you ever seen a turkey? They're kind of scary, especially if they're running after you. But that's a 7. Sevens are a highly spiritual number. You have a higher understanding of things. Um, and it is saying, oh, wow, that's awesome. So, turkey, when this is spirit animal oracle, so turkey is, since it came out, it's definitely showing you that these are your spirit animals, turkeys, especially if you had them there in California. Yeah, your, your spirit guides. Um, so, progress in October. I feel like if you can, because the first thing I got with that and the number 7, even though sevens are very spiritual, you're dealing with a lot of downloads. That's why there's been a lot of things happen, a lot of things ending. Scorpio energy is about death and rebirth, like I said, a lot of things changing. But within your subconscious mind, you know how manifestation works, and if you give to yourself first of all before you give to anybody else, because you have to love who you are and be grateful for who you are and what you've been through and your own experiences, and have a greater appreciation for those experiences to be able to give that to another person, right? We know this. um, so you have to give gratitude and grace to yourself first. And if you are doing that, which I feel you are, being grateful for yourself and what you've been through and your experiences that you've been through, right? And and the 7 is really stepping out to me as a self sabotage energy, though. Like, because I've been in this before myself personally, to where we get so used to bad things happening, or we say bad things. We get so used to the other shoe dropping that we're already waiting for it while we're in the midst of an amazing experience. In the back of our mind, we're worried about when's the shoe going to drop, instead of enjoying and being present in the moment. So that's why that 7 was just like screaming out to me like a self sabotage. Instead of being in the moment, worrying that it's going to be Like, how you were talking about shitty to have to prolong over something minor. Um, yeah. So feeling that feeling that energy, but that sabotage energy to where you're talking to yourself in a way that's like, you know, I can't take this anymore. I mean, I've been there. Oh man, have I been there? Um, but in order to get through that, and I feel like that subconsciously, if you can change the way you look at it, and like I said, change the way maybe you tell the story or you talk about the story, instead of it being a setback, know that it was for your highest good and it happened for a reason, and it's part of your journey that's going to lead you where you need to be. And I know some of them can be very scary. Um, but let me go ahead and shuffle and see what card they had for you. Okay. And we'll see. Oh, and that one was super fast. Groundhog Spirit. They're like, here we go. It's a number 4. I love this card. He is so adorable. It's 31, which equals a 4. Groundhog Spirit. Time to let go. And I get a little tribal vibe from this guy, because I don't know if you can see the little tribal markings on his face. He's got those little, looks like a little, it almost looks like a little war paint. And this little thing here kind of reminds me of turquoise. So I'm getting like tribal energy from this little guy. But what does it say at the bottom? Time to let go. So I feel like with that, you're being asked to let go of this. The way that you talk about the situation, the way that you see it, change the story. Instead of a setback, it is a lesson. It is something you had to learn about yourself, or it is a old belief system that is not yours, or it is a childhood wound or a childhood trauma that you are working on or have repaired or need to look at. So you can pluck it out at the root and let it go. Because with this groundhog spirit, they're telling you, it's time, honey. It is time to let it go. A lot of people in the reading I had before yours was surrender, and last night a lot of people were getting surrender, and that's what's being asked. I mean, this in between these two eclipses is big time. I'm getting purge energy. I just keep hearing and seeing purge, like the letters. I just keep seeing it. This energy between the two moons is purge. So anything, and all of us are dealing with this collectively, and we're all at different stages of it. But it is scorpionic energy, so in one way, shape, or form, there will be a transformation. Some people will have, a very joyful transformations because of the way they see it, the way they see an experience, like we're talking about now. Um, Talking about it in a different light, using a different term to describe what you've been through. I just went through something just went through an experience that has helped me see from a higher perspective and know that, I am worthy of a beautiful life. Yeah. And know that you're worthy and you are deserving of a beautiful, compassionate, loving life, joyful life. We are all deserving of that. And with the collective message, it was all about the heart chakra, and love and feeling actually allowing the heart chakra to open. Because, I'll be honest, and I was this way, and I believe a lot of the collective was this way as well, that we were very shut down in the heart chakra area. I know I was. I mean, but it's part of it. Because I feel like there for a while, that's part of the journey, is to um, work on some of the other stuff. Because if you are working on something that you have an emotion attached to it, it makes it that much harder for you to work with it and work through it. But if you can work through a situation, or the way you're looking at something, you're talking to yourself, if you can work through a situation and not attach the emotion to it at that time, it will make it easier for you to clear it. Or it will make it easier for you to weed through it, find the root issue, plug it, just pull it out and say, okay, I've got the root issue of this. I know what's causing this problem. But if there's no emotion, then it's not a big deal. But then after you have done that work of, okay, I'm facing this. I know this is an old belief system, or an old trauma, or an old situation that doesn't serve my highest good. Then you go back later after you've done that healing work. I know, I'm the same way. It's a lot of Sag energy with me. Yeah. But if you can change the way that you're seeing things, and with those wounds, and if you're detached from the emotion at the time that you're facing them, because we got to face them head on. We look at the junk, the scary, disgusting junk that we've held on to for such a long time. And when you can look at it and you don't have an emotion attached to it, it's easier to face it. Then once you've faced it, you've identified it, you may have a little emotion with it, allow it to flow. But, I use journaling. I have journals upon journals. I don't know how many I've got now. I think I've got 6 full that I have done through the last 4 years that I have journaled. And it's about all different kinds of stuff. But anytime I get a download or anything about myself, or something that I realize that I need to work out, those epiphanies, aha moments, I write them down so I can reference those and I can look back at them. And after I have faced it, like I'm talking about with you, once we face, and this is kind of collective energy as well, everyone goes through this in their healing journey. But once you have faced that, plucked it out at the root, then when you're in a more healed space, your emotions are not all over the place. Your emotions are balanced, like Libra. Libra is air. Air is thoughts. When you're in a balanced energy, then you're ready to let that go. Because then the heart chakra opens, which is what a lot of us are dealing with right now. The heart chakra opens, and you're able to handle the situation with your emotions, because the emotion is a part that we have to heal too. But by that time that you're to opening your heart chakra, you've healed. You've already let go of all that stuff. So when you go to face it in your with your heart chakra, there isn't a bad emotion to face, because in that moment you feel love for that situation. You feel joy and peace for that situation, because you see it in a different light. You see it as, and it helped me a lot. It really did, to take the emotion away, because we have that time during our healing journey to where our heart chakra it's done. It's toast, dude. We've been through it. We've been through the ringer, but it's part of the journey. And when you get to the space of release, then Oh, how do you take the emotion away? You felt sad instantly. When I said that, I didn't take it away. It just, it wasn't there. It wasn't there. And maybe you haven't had to feel that. Uh, I had so much stuff that I had just stuffed down for so many years that I had no emotion. I had, I didn't know who I was. I didn't have any feeling. Um, but it honestly did teach me how to handle my emotions, and it taught me, it enabled me to face the traumas I had. So don't feel sad, sweetheart. It really did. It really did help me. Um, it helped me face the stuff that I didn't want to look at. Oh yeah, sad when you found out. Yeah, yeah. Well, and but those are intense experiences. You're not expected to and not have emotion for those kind of situations, honey. I'm just talking about, when you do shadow work, but when you're experiencing things like that, number one, and this is my own personal belief system, and but I've heard others say this as well. But have you ever heard of the placebo effect? Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I gotta change my position. My legs get start sitting there for too long. Okay. Well, like I said, um, you will feel the emotion. I was in a different space myself personally. I mean, I couldn't even cry. I felt no emotion for a while, but I had so much stuff. I was just completely bombarded with stuff I had held on to for so many years. Um, but I know how it feels. Um, the main thing is just pay attention to how you treat yourself, what you say to yourself. But you know also with what other people say, because with what other people say, that doesn't make it Bible. Yeah, or that, well, that's the saying here. But I mean, what other people say doesn't make it law. It doesn't mean that it's correct. You know, so be more mindful about what you believe. Pay more attention to what you believe. Okay, because I believe we are the creators of our own reality. What we think and feel is what we create. What we are within, we create without. So our energy that is within us is projected outward to whoever we're around, because we're just like this big energetic field around us. So, but I hope that does help you, divinely protected. I know I did go a little in the depths here with you, sweetheart, but I want to make sure everybody gets the messages, that they need to hear. Hi, Beatrice. You're very welcome, divinely protected. I hope that did assist you. I thank you so much for allowing me to read for you. Um, but take some time to yourself, divinely protected, and just look at the way that you word things or how you're talking to yourself. Blessings to you as well. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel so drawn to. I appreciate you very much. And you have wonderful dreams tonight. If you're heading to bed, I'm not really for sure where you're located. Alrighty, let me see who is next on my list. I have TJ, Beatrix, and JH. Is TJ still in here? If not, Beatrice, it will be your turn, sweetheart. So, um, is TJ still in here? Oh, hey, TJ. All right. Now, I have a quick question for you guys. I know you guys have been waiting, and I'm so ever so grateful for you. My legs are starting to stick here a little bit. Will you guys be okay? I have TJ, Beatrice, and JH, and I don't know if everybody's here. I know Beatrice is here and TJ. TJ and Beatrice, would you guys be good with me taking about a 5-minute break? Just so I can stand up for a little bit, stretch my legs out, get me some coffee. If you guys would be okay with that, I will be, you guys get up, use the restroom. Um, yeah, I need a break. I've learned the hard way that I have to do that because these readings get draining if I do not take care of myself. So I just wanted to let you guys know. I'm just going to mute the mic, but I'm going to take about 5 minutes and then I'll be back. Okay, guys? And I'll read TJ and Beatrice. You'll be next. Okay? I appreciate you guys so much for being patient. All right. I will be right back. Okay, y'all, I'm back. Hello, Ashika. How are you? Sorry, had to take a quick break. I'm going for 2 hours and 37 minutes. We've got TJ up next, so I will put the decks up unless you already know which deck you want, TJ. Do you need me to hold them up again, or do you already know which one you want? Okay, TJ, do you know which deck that you want, or do you need me to hold them up again so you can see them? I'll hold them up for you. Okay, so I'm gonna hold these decks up, and you, after I hold all different ones up, you can let me know which one you resonate with. This one is the Goddess Love Oracle. This one is my grandmother deck. It's very nurturing. And this energy that we're in right now, well, for me personally, is very nurturing energy. I feel like our ancestors are very just wrapping their love around us right now because they're all very proud of us and how far we've come. This deck is the Spirit Animal Oracle deck. So this will have to do with your spirit animals. It is a beautiful deck. I love oracles. There's so many out there that have such really pretty artwork, and I love to draw. I'm an artist myself. Um, the last one is the Dream Oracle deck. This one gives me very tribal vibes. You want the first one? Okay. The grandmother, the one that's Goddess Love, but that's my grandma deck. My grandma always likes to come through with that one. So, all right, TJ. So as I'm shuffling, you can type out what your question is. What do you most need to know right now for your highest good? If you don't have a question, I can do just a general energy read, and what needs to come out will come out from your guides, ancestors, higher self. Anything that you're needing to know, primarily your higher self will try to get you the messages if I don't relay them, which we already know our higher self will let us know. You just want general. Okay, I gotcha. All right. General energy from TJ. What does TJ need to know for their highest good? What they need to focus on, work on right now, if anything? Or what is their main focus need to be for TJ? I'm feeling really, my ears got hot. I'm feeling, yeah, I already heard it. And Grandma. Let's see what comes out for you, TJ. Overall energy. TJ. TJ, do you have any tension in between your shoulders? In between upper back, shoulder blade area, right in between the shoulder blades? Do you have anything going on like that? Okay. I feel it. I feel the tension. What are you tense about? Let's find out. No worries, no stress. Just take some breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We're just flowing with the energy tonight. Just relax. The bottom, you have authenticity. Let your truth be heard. It is a number 1. There's 3 owls in this. And they're all in a nest. These are 3 baby owls. So with this card, I'm either getting that this is your own siblings, these 3, like possible siblings or children. I don't know your age, but I'm getting either of those energies with this here. I'm getting very nurturing energy with this card. But they're asking, well, this is your subconscious mind, so your higher self. Are you starting at 1, creating a new foundation and letting your truth be heard at this time? Which subconsciously, I feel like you have started your new beginning and you're stepping into your authentic self. The 3 up there can also be your spirit guides and guardians. You may have 3 specific ones. They can be very youthful, like youthful energy. If it doesn't apply to a siblings or children. I'm getting either this feminine here is giving me like mother vibes or best friend vibes or what was the other one? I heard it and then it went away. Big sister. I'm getting big sister vibes with this card too. I don't know if that applies to your situation, but it's what I'm getting off the card. Or this can simply represent you. And these cards are not gender. I mean, even though they show a feminine, a female energy, we're all masculine and feminine. We all have masculine, feminine energy within us. Depends on what's in your birth chart. Even though I am in a female body, I have primarily fire and air in my chart. Most people who have more fire and air have more masculine energy. 3 kids. Okay. That's what it was then. Those 3 are the 3. And I kind of feel like, especially with that unicorn down there, whether you understand it or not, these kind of give me like, even though they're owls, which are wise, I feel like your kids are very wise, but you keep them on a pedestal, and I feel like you keep them in the know. You love your children and you're very protective over them. But I get very fairy vibes with this card, with that unicorn there, the little sprite energies, the fairy energies, very energetic, but loving nonetheless. But let's keep shuffling here and see why this authenticity is at the bottom. Subconscious. Or maybe there's something that you do need to take a leap on. Ones are new beginnings. Is there something that you need to speak your truth about? Subconsciously, is there something that you know that you need to speak your truth about? Or maybe you do know you need to speak your truth about it, but there might be some fear. I don't know yet. Let's kind of roll with this. So let's see what card comes out. If they will give me one card, please, to clarify, to accompany, I should say, the authenticity card for TJ. Do we need to shuffle again? Yep. If they don't give me a card for a little bit, then it's time to shuffle. I appreciate you guys being so patient. I love this vibe tonight. The vibe is very relaxing. It's a very nurturing vibe, very loving vibe. As far as, I feel with the collective energy, I feel a lot of us are stepping back into allowing that heart chakra to fully awaken, clearing out anything that needs to go. And I was getting a little bit, and I'm getting a little throat chakra irritation. So I do feel like maybe there is something that you do need to speak about. And with it being subconscious, you were already aware of this. And sometimes we have things in our subconscious that we're aware of that we just don't want to talk about. I mean, honestly. And it's free will. Because then we start worrying about the woulda, coulda, shouldas, like, oh man, why didn't I say that? Or the opposite, why did I say that? Or why didn't I stand up for myself? Or, why am I allowing myself to be a doormat? That's just an example, because that was one of my own personal belief systems that I had to do. Hi, butterflies. I will get to you soon, sweetheart. I've got TJ, Beatrix, JH, if they're still in here, and then I just had Ashika come in. I'm not sure if she's still here. So it'll be a little while, sweetheart. But if you want to be patient and just sit in here and relax, I will try to get to you tonight. If not, I will be doing a live tomorrow. But yeah, let's get back here, TJ. I'm going to shuffle this just a little bit longer. And also, TJ, the thing, like I said, with those three, I wasn't for sure if that was guides or children, but I was getting, very useful energy, spriteful, fairy energy from that. But my kiddos, you're welcome, butterflies. My kiddos have been very good teachers to me. They have taught me a lot about myself. Anyone that is in close proximity to you, you guys share energy. So you'll feel if something's off with one of your kiddos. If you start feeling something and you're like, dude, I didn't have a headache 5 minutes ago, and now I have a headache out of nowhere. Most of us know this. You know what your energy is, and then you start realizing, oh shit. I have the habit of doing this now. I'll ask my kids. If I get something out of nowhere, like a pain or a runny nose or a headache, I will ask my kids, okay, which one of you has a headache? Which one of you is nervous or anxious? Which one of you is feeling down? Because if I get like a random wave of something in my body or in my mind, I will ask my kids. And if your kiddos are with you, and they're with you, whoever's in your household, make sure you know what is your energy and what is not. And I think you do know the difference. But I feel like there is something. Because, like I said, I had some throat chakra issues. And there, excuse me, usually when I get throat chakra issues, it's because there's something that needs to be said. Okay? So let's try this one more time and see for TJ. What messages does TJ need to hear for their highest good, please? Okay. That's the one that flipped over, so that's the one I'm going to take. Enlightenment. Let Goddess Light fill you. It is a 10. You've got 2 ones on the board. 1 1. It's possible you've been seeing 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1 1. If you pay attention to numerology, she's holding a fire, and that's crazy because earlier that was one of the cards that came out. There was, and I believe it was this deck. There's another one where there's a lady holding a flame. And I was talking about fire energy with the collective message about root chakra, creating a new foundation. But I will show you this card. There's a swan on top of this. I'm sure you can see it up there by her crown. I think that's a swan. I don't know. Maybe it's a goose, but I think it's a swan. But look, she's beautiful. This gives me spirit guide vibes. But that's 2 ones. So I feel with this that you're allowing, you're open and allowing these downloads to come in. See, and now at the bottom you've got nurturance at 20, restore your balance. So that's that Libra energy, because we just had Libra energy, Libra season, and that was our balance that we were doing. Let Goddess Light fill you, let your truth be heard. And with that, with her, in the center of that, you see that big circle that, to me, even though it's not green, I feel like that's her heart chakra. She's holding this fire, and that reminds me of passion, which I talked with the other, with the overall collective energy reading. But this big circle here, I feel like is her heart chakra. And I feel like, this is talking about you right now. Your heart chakra is wide open. You're being enlightened. And it's possible that you're receiving downloads about something that you need to speak your truth about. And it could, since I did mention this possibly being children, because I didn't know if you had children or not. But if it does involve children and there's something that you need to speak up about, subconsciously you already are aware of whatever this truth is. But with this enlightenment coming out, it's asking you, with these downloads, you're either going to become enlightened about a situation, or, and it's possible, it can also mean that you're dealing with custody or something like that, since it has to do with children. But it may not. And it It also can be that you're being enlightened, you're receiving downloads to maybe some patterns that you might have carried. Because, with the Scorpio energy that we're in right now, um, we're in purge. This is purge time, death and rebirth. This is time to let go of the old and create the new foundation on a firm foundation. And you've got the nurturance card right there, right next to it. And I really feel like that being Libra energy, you've been balancing out yourself, giving yourself more love, or you're being asked to. I feel like you're being asked to restore balance in a situation, in some, or it can just be within self. It can be the way that it can even be the way that you parent your children. It can be that simple, you know. Um, Maybe there were some old patterns of the way your parents raised you, and those are things that you've let go of, and you're releasing and you're healing from. And this was, given to you in a download, but that's why I get with this enlightenment card. Or maybe something has been being brought to your attention. But I feel like subconsciously you know whatever this truth is, or if you don't know yet, you will be enlightened about whatever this is. And it's important that you keep balance with whatever this is. Be nurturing to yourself, spend time with yourself, spend time, you know, even though we have children, and this took me forever to understand. I've had 6 kids. I've raised 6 kids. My youngest now is 11, but the rest of mine are teenagers, and then I have 2 oldest children that have grandkids with. But I've learned a lot through every one of those experiences with each one of my kiddos. And now I have a different understanding to where my kids and I talk with each other, and they understand when I need time for me. I had a belief system growing up that, I took care of the kids and the family, but then that's all I did, you know. It was like my life became their life, and I didn't have anything else, I didn't do, I could have, but I didn't choose to, because my belief system, the way I thought I was supposed to be, was not it did not work with my soul. And eventually it wore me down, wore me out. And I had to start over again. And that's when everything started changing in my life, and I started seeing things within myself. So I feel like whatever this is, this truth that needs to be told, or truth that needs to be heard, whatever you need to speak out, you will do it with, you'll be enlightened on how to handle this situation, whatever this is. And it can very well be a situation within yourself. Like I said, it can even be, something as simple as how you parent. Is it a way that is your own personal preference of parenting, or is it a pattern that you had growing up? But the most important thing is be nurturing to yourself during this time, and that will help you to restore your balance and be balanced and be in this flow, this loving, nurturing energy. You're you're being asked to be compassionate with yourself. And in turn, with you being compassionate with yourself and loving to self, then others will show you that. Your children will show you that. Anyone you come in contact with show you that. So, TJ, I know your read was not super long as everybody else's, but I feel like whatever we talked about in this, because usually when I'm done with a reading, I don't remember too much about it, but I hope it did resonate with you. I hope it helped you in some way. And I appreciate you allowing me to read for you. I appreciate you guys being patient. Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel so drawn to. I would like to see you again, spend time with you again. If you were drawn to my channel, you were drawn here for a reason. Everything happens the way it's meant to. I'm a firm believer. You're welcome, TJ. I hope it did assist you in some way. I appreciate you very much. I hope you have a wonderful evening or day or whatever time it is wherever you are. It is 4:15 a.m. where I am, so but I appreciate you. So let us see. Next we have Beatrice. Is Beatrice, are you still in here, sweetheart? If you're still in here, Beatrice, can you type in the chat that you're still here? You're welcome, TJ. You're very welcome. Beatrice. Hey, Cody Christopher. Welcome in, welcome in. I'm seeing if Beatrice or JH is still in here. If not, then Butterflies will be next for a reading. And then if you would like to be on the list, I can put you on the list. Just get you a drink, get you a blankie, whatever you prefer. Chips, whatever. Get you a snack. Just kick back and relax. We're just flowing tonight. Let's see. Beatriz Benavides. If you're still in here, sweetheart, please type in the chat. I've been good. I've been well. How are you? So let me write butterflies on the list. So that's telling me about that. So, okay, so Beatrice hasn't typed in. So JH. Is JH in here or did JH leave? It's JH. That's good, Cody. I'm glad you're doing good. JH, are you in here? If not, we will move on and I will do a reading for butterflies. JH, are you in here? If you are, please type in the chat box, please. Okay. Going once, going twice. 3 times a lady. Okay. All right, so butterflies, you're up next. So, I don't know if he was in here when I held up the decks, so I will hold them up real quick. There's the Goddess Love Oracle deck. This is the Grandmother deck, Nurturing deck. The next one is the Spirit Animal Oracle. If you're still in here, butterflies, just take a look at the cards and see which one that you resonate most with. Yeah, the sleepless nights has been going on for a lot of people, Cody. Hence the 4:18 a.m. right now. And this one is the Dream Oracle deck. Butterflies, if you're still in here. So, which deck would you prefer for your reading, butterflies? Yeah, the energy shifts, everything that's been changing. A lot of people are having sleepless nights. There's a lot of that going on. Probably, I'd say, for the past 2 months. It's been a lot of sleepless energy. Kind of get sleepless in Seattle. I don't know why that maybe apply to somebody. Something about Seattle. Um, Butterflies, are you still in here? Oh, Ashika. Ashika, are you in here? I didn't even see you on there, sweetie. I'm so sorry. Is Ashika or Butterflies in here? I want a reading. If not, then I'll see if Cody is wanting a reading. I'll give Butterflies and Ashika a little bit longer here. Bueller. I know, I'm sorry, I'm showing my age. Some people don't know Ferris Bueller's Day Off movie, but it just came up. So obviously someone in this chat does. Butterflies, Ashika, going once. Going twice. 3 times. Sold. All right. Next up, Christopher. Cody Christopher. All right. Do you need to see the decks again, or did you see them? There is the Goddess Love, there is the Spirit Animal, and there is the Dream Oracle. Do you know which one, or do you want me to hold them up again? I can do either or, because you will be my last read for the evening. I was getting tired, boss. I really am. Not really tired, like mentally tired, but this chair, I need a different chair. So, Cody, which deck do you want? And then I need to know, do you have a specific question, or do you want a general reading? This is the Goddess Love Oracle. This is the Spirit Animal Oracle. And the last one is the Dream Oracle. General reading. Okay. Which one of those 3 decks do you resonate with? The first one, the Goddess Love, Spirit Animal, or the Dream Journal one? Which one were you drawn to? Did you have any feelings toward? Did it stand out, pop out to you? The first one? Okay. A lot of people are choosing this one tonight. This energy is super nurturing. Heart chakra is wide open. Gaia energy is very dominant tonight. Earth energy. Nurturing energy. Oh, I gotta yawn out of nowhere. All right, Cody. Are you yawning? Somebody is. Because I'm not tired physically or mentally. It's more just like my legs are getting cramped up. That's about it. But that yawn came out of nowhere. So, are you tired? Cody. There was somebody in there. Is somebody in the chat tired? All right, Cody. You're kind of tired? Yeah. Messages for Cody, please. What information do you have for Cody? General energy. For Cody's highest good, general energy. Venus most need to be made aware of. What do they need to look at? What guidance needs to be done? Okay. It's ready. It's like a Pop-Tart. Sorry, the redneck's coming out. Just bear with me. I'm getting tired. I'm well, not really tired, but it's getting late or early. It's 4:24 on the clock right now. If you pay attention to numbers, and I get silly when I get tired, sleepy silly, so bear with me. Okay, on the bottom of the deck, you have Wisdom 36, Remember. I'll show you this card. This is in your subconscious. That's a 9. You know, with this card, I really... with this this feminine figure here, I just get the vibe, you know, that you're remembering maybe some nurturing, you know, that you've received throughout your life from someone, you know, feminine. It doesn't have to be a female in a female bodysuit. It's just someone who can have feminine energy. But I really am getting more of a woman vibe from this, a woman suit vibe. But I'm getting a very nurturing, kind of like you're the cat, you know, you're the one that's being nurtured on, or it can be the other way around, that you are the one nurturing an animal, or it can even be a child or a person, or you're very loving with pets, or your ancestors are. I feel like with that pumpkin there, you probably someone who loves fall. It's a female. Okay. All right. But I'm really getting nurturing vibes. But with this pumpkin, like I said, fall, definitely fall time. And it can be, you know, during the fall is when you really start thinking about this nurturing person, this person that you had in your life. But subconsciously, so you're kind of in a state of, I'm getting like nostalgia, and it primarily hits you at night. It's almost like as soon as nighttime hits, then this, okay, that's way too many cards. I know, no, sorry, Spirit Guides, answers. I'm not. No, sorry, we're gonna try this again. So, you are affectionate, okay? So, well, we mirror, you know, like I've talked about this with other ones I've done readings for tonight, but I don't think you were in here during that time. Um, the whole nurturing vibe is very, very prominent right now. Just everybody, you know, with the heart chakra awakening, people are feeling that nurture energy, that love energy, that joy energy, and then the compassion card comes out. Yeah, compassion. It's a number 7. It's possible you've been seeing nines or sevens. Nines are at the end of a cycle. But yeah, this card says compassion. You are loved unconditionally. Oh, and look, now the other reading I did, this card was his underneath card, but it is one that's on the bottom here. It's that same one with being authentic. Um, so I feel like with this, this person that you have this, you're having this nostalgia, this remembrance for. Um, 9 and 7, yeah, yeah, because you're at the end of a cycle of whatever this was, as far as something that maybe you weren't compassionate with yourself about a situation. Part of, I'm getting that from that 7 energy. Maybe there's something that you either weren't compassionate with yourself. And we all know if you're not in a state to where you don't love yourself unconditionally, and we've all been through this, every one of us, we've all been in the position where we didn't love ourselves unconditionally. And then we mirrored that to someone else. So, is there somewhere where either you, with this situation, this person, were you compassionate and loving unconditionally with that person? Because if honestly, we mirror energy. So if, like, I'll use myself for an example, if I wasn't being and loving myself unconditionally, then I'm not going to project unconditional love to a person. I will project wounds, conditional love. It would be opposite. Um, and then that person would mirror the same thing back to me. But I feel like with this, you know, you're in the state of nostalgia. You know that this person was compassionate with you, but you also know that you have to be compassionate with yourself. The most important thing for us is to have that love for ourselves, because that's the only way that we can truly have true, authentic love for a person, is when you have the true, authentic, unconditional love for yourself. It's the only way. If you're in any type of situation and you don't have that for yourself, and you aren't authentic and not being truthful, then you'll project that to another person. And that's something I had to learn. And it's hard when you gotta face your own crap, because we're the creators of our reality. And then we look back and we're like, oh man, seriously, I did that? Yeah. But hey, they're all lessons. And they all teach us who we are. They all help us. It's like a puzzle. It, it helps you find your way back to self. Yes, it is very important. You're right. It's very important. That's the most important thing for us to do, if journey wise. If you have love for yourself, unconditional, authentic love for yourself, that's like the ultimate. Because once you have that, your aura, your energy will radiate outwards, and you will draw those people to you. So that is ultimately the biggest lesson for all of us to learn, because a lot of us have been programmed, and and we're changing generational things around, old belief systems, and a lot of us, it was hard to understand that concept. Hi, Beatrice. I'll be with you here shortly, sweetheart. I called you for you a couple times, but I'm currently doing Cody's read, and then I'll do yours, okay? So, 1 second, sweetheart. But yeah, ultimately, excuse me, I got indigestion out of nowhere. Somebody eating spicy food or greasy food, fried chicken. I don't know. I don't know why I said that, but so be authentic. Make sure what you're telling yourself is the true, authentic you, and you're at a 1 there. But I feel like with the 7, there's something that maybe you're still being in the throat chakra. There's something that maybe you need to either say, or you need to tell yourself something different. Maybe you need to change your story. And I'm also, with this remembrance, I'm getting, you need to remember who you are. Remember who you were when you were little. Because with that cat, I'm getting like youth energy. Remember who you were when you were little, what you felt like, you know, like before things changed, before we were programmed, before, everything, we started getting all these belief systems that weren't ours, before we went through traumas, you know, um, try to remember who that child was when you were joyful and loving, and we weren't afraid of much of anything. And, as kids, we had the biggest, most amazing imaginations. So, try to find that person again. And if you have, make sure you're being compassionate and loving and being unconditional about it with yourself. Make sure you're doing that. It is so important. That is one of our biggest lessons. And it's one of our hardest ones too, because it involves us doing shadow work and facing ourselves and all of that stuff. So, um, but yeah, I feel like they're just, like I said, this one is subconscious. You're remembering this, and they're just wanting you to know to be compassionate with yourself, knowing you are loved by your higher self. Your higher self loves who you are, and your ancestors, your guides, your angels, all of those archangels, all of them, whatever you subscribe to, um, they're just letting you know that you're not alone. They're trying right now. There's so much support right now from our guides and our ancestors. It is it's crazy. I mean, yeah, last night my fridge kept popping out of nowhere. I know it was I know it was probably my uncle, because he's the honored one. But yeah, they let themselves be known if they're present, you know. And so they are here to nurture, because they know that we've been through so much. So just be compassionate with yourself. And if you can do that, and you can be honest with yourself about whatever comes up, because there will be things that'll come up right now, because like I said, this is Scorpio energy. So death and rebirth, phoenix rising from the ashes. Baby, let's do it. I mean, that's phoenix energy, fire energy. So I think that will help you tremendously, Cody, right now. That's just the messages I'm getting. I hope it resonated with you, and I hope it helped somehow. I am a little silly at this point. Got a little bit of the I don't feel sleepy or tired, but I'm just kind of a little silly at the moment. I don't know. Maybe it's not me. Maybe it's your energy. I don't know. But that's what I have for you. I appreciate you allowing me to read for you. Um, Please like, share, and subscribe if you feel so drawn to do so. If anybody would like to make a donation, I would greatly appreciate it. The information is in the description box. If anything, just subscribe to my channel. You guys come back, be part of the Soul Tribe. I would appreciate that as well. I definitely did. You appreciate. Thank you, Cody. I'm glad to hear that. At least I know some people are getting some confirmations tonight, and ultimately, that's what I'm here for. I'm here to be a door holder to kind of help people in areas where they may be stuck, and give the messages that are need to be heard for your highest good. So I appreciate you, Cody. Um, Come back and see me. Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay, I'm sorry, Beatrice. I did call for you earlier, sweetheart. I don't know if you was away from your computer or your phone or something, but okay. You just want general? Do you know what deck you want, sweetheart? Because this will be my last reading for tonight. Because I started at 1:11. It's 3:28. I just saw 3:28:38 right now, and it's 4:40 a.m. So I I had a stretch about 2 hours, no, about an hour ago. So I'm feeling another one coming on. So this will be my last reading for the night, Miss Beatrice or Mr. Beatrice. I'm not for sure. Awesome. I appreciate you, Cody. Hit that subscribe button if you want to get notified whenever I go live, or if you want to just get notified whenever I post readings on. I usually tend to do air, earth, fire, and water because we're all signs anyway, honestly. I do a lot of general collective readings because we all have everything in our chart. So it just makes more sense to me. Work smarter, not harder, right? So, Beatrice, sweetie, do you know which cards you want, or do you want me to hold them up again? Because I can hold them up, so that way I know which one to do the general reading with. There's the grandmother, the goddess. Now I call it the grandmother oracle. I'm sorry, I'm getting silly. This is the grandmother. I did it again. Goddess love oracle deck. My grandma is so picking on me right now because she keeps getting me to say grandmother. Okay. Okay. Spirit Animal Oracle. That is the next one. And the other one is the Dream Oracle deck. So, which one of those would you like your reading done with, sweetie? First deck, second deck, third deck. Soon maybe you will come back here, ask you on love readings, and yes, subscribe. Thank you, Cody. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Okay. Love readings. Awesome. Yeah. I have a list. I believe I still have those up on my in the description box for readings if you would like to get a personal or something like that. I have those available at this time, especially with the energies changing and all the stuff going on with Scorpio. There's a lot of people that are kind of in a roller coaster right now, and they need people like us. We all need each other right now. We really do. We all need the nurturing from, because we're a group. We're all connected. So we all need each other right now. So I appreciate you, Cody. Thanks so much. Beatrice, if you're still on here, and I don't know if you are, because it only shows one person. So is that you, Cody, that's in here, or is it Beatrice? Because if it's just you, Cody, then I'm probably going to log off. Because Mama's getting tired, boss. getting tired. Not like mentally, but physically, and I'm getting drained. So, Beatrice, are you still in here? You're welcome, Cody. I hope it helped in some way, shape, or form. I appreciate you for coming on the channel and asking the questions, and I'm just glad everybody was very open tonight. And I feel like that's, like I said, that was the overall collective energies, heart chakra opening. Everybody's more grounded right now and feeling that flow energy as far as the collective I'm picking up on, that resonates with my energy. um, but Beatrice, are you in here, sweetheart? Are you ready for your reading? Did it? Good. Good. Glad to hear. Um, yeah, because I'm serious. Scorpio energy, and especially this year with everything that's gone on up until this point, I'm sure, and I've already heard from a lot of people that it's pretty intense as far as the whole roller coaster of emotions. Just because there's so much stuff that we're purging at a rapid rate, and we all really need each other right now. Um, it's imperative for the collective so that we can, you know, merge this energy together. We need the positivity. We need the peace and the love within the world right now more than ever. Yeah. Oh yeah, lots of changes, but it's been coming, and we knew this. And we knew this, man. We knew this was going to happen. We knew. And that's what all of this stuff is happening, that's been happening, is preparation. We've been being prepared for this time, which is time to let go of the old officially. All of it, whatever is left over, and release it with this last this October eclipse. And that's when I feel like because then we'll be in cuffing season, and I feel like personally, I feel like a lot of people are gonna be finding their partners or their next soulmate or their life partners. That's what I really feel. Um, that's honestly what I feel. You're a Taurus sun sign. I'm a Taurus rising, so that's cool. Earth sign, fellow Earth sign. Um, I'm a Scorpio sun sign, Taurus rising, Capricorn moon. So double Earth, if I can talk, in my top three. And then Scorpio, I've got in two places, Sun and Mercury. Did Beatrice leave? Beatrice, are you still in here? If not, I'm probably going to get off of here. I know last night when I closed the video out, it was 222 something something. But yeah, the synchronicities have been off the chart. I just looked at the clock. It's 4:47 right now. Your moon sign Sag and Aries. Oh, rising Pisces. Okay. So your rising sign is how you appear to others. Your moon sign is your emotion. So Sagittarius is all about passion, but they're also, and I know this because I have a lot of Sag in my chart, and I researched Sagittarius and how they are and their emotions and all that, because I have Sag in Venus, and I have it in a lot of other planets. So lots of fire, and I'm very familiar with Sag energy. But having a moon sign as a Sag, I don't have that myself personally. My moon sign's Capricorn. Um, but moon sign Sag, you probably show your emotion. Either you show it, or you either show it the nice way or you show it the not so nice way. Because Sages, we tell it like it is. But the what's all in my chart, even though I have a lot of fire, I do try to tell people, um, in an appropriate way to help them understand what I am saying in these cards so that people understand what I'm trying to tell them. I don't want people to leave here more confused. I want them to be more in an understanding, you know, of what I'm trying to read to them. So that's what's important to me, is that the messages get relayed properly. But sometimes my Sag energy kicks in, especially if my grandma's in here. If she's in here, then because she was very fiery, very vivacious, just very, very amazing, fiery energy. I think she was a Pisces sun, but I don't know her other placements. But she was a no nonsense woman. So she gave me Sag energy. I mean, I just felt Sag from her. So I'm sure it was prominent in her birth chart as well. Your Venus is in Gemini and Jupiter in Capricorn. Okay. Yeah, Jupiter is the planet of expansion. So whatever, see, in Capricorn usually has, Capricorn is, I think, addictions, like Scorpio, but Capricorn is also finances, about money, stability, anything earthly, um, is Capricorn energy. And then that's also, the other side. There's always a yin and a yang. There's a dark and a light. So you've got your dark side, your light side. The dark side of a Capricorn is the addiction side. Um, what else? The being very, very career focused. And then they kind of get lost in that, and it's like tunnel vision. Um, but as you evolve, you probably already know that by now, that you've learned how to deal with that part of yourself and balance out the light, the yin yang, within your Capricorn Jupiter, because whatever energy you're feeling with that Jupiter and Capricorn, you want to make sure you're balanced, because Jupiter is a planet of expansion. So whatever that energy is, it'll expand it out. So you want to be on the good side, you know. Well, I guess Beatrice is not in here. So I thank all of you guys for being here tonight for this reading. I've done these, I think, the past 2 nights, and I'm going to try to stick with this as far as nightly around 1:11 at night, during this between this last eclipse and the next eclipse on the 28th. I'm going to try to stay pretty consistent with this. I probably will take a break on the weekends, or at least on Sunday. Probably Sunday and Monday I'll do my break time, and then I'll be back on here to do lives. But I just want to let you guys know I appreciate you all, and I hope this did resonate with you in some way, shape, or form. Please hit that like, share, and subscribe on your way in or out, or wherever you're doing. And come back and see me if you feel drawn to do so. I do have a Cash App. I don't know if my PayPal's still on there, in the description box, if you would like to donate to my channel. And it's just, if you're drawn to do so, I'm not the person that pushes that on anyone. So I do have a listings in there for personal readings. If you would like a personal, that information is also in the description box. But yeah, you have a balance of fire, earth, air, and water signs in your chart. That's awesome. Grandmother was a Virgo. May the 6th. It was good talking with you too, Cody. I appreciate you coming in. I appreciate your patience. I try to stick to, especially here lately with this energy. Tonight just felt like a good flow vibe, and it seemed like everybody we got in was very patient and, um, pretty relaxed. So I appreciate you guys, and you have a beautiful evening. And make sure you if you do subscribe, hit the notifications so that way you'll get notified when I go live or when I post a video. I appreciate y'all. I love y'all. I'm sending love, love, love to you. We all need it right now. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Good night.